Cestodes, also known as tapeworms, are flat, ribbon-like segmented worms. Their identification is based on the shape of the proglottids, the presence or absence of an armed rostellum, and their size. Tapeworms are hermaphroditic, meaning their mature proglottids contain both male and female reproductive organs. Most tapeworms have 4 cup-shaped suckers on the scolex, except for Diphyllobothrium latum, which has 2 suctorial grooves called bothria. Taenia saginata, the beef tapeworm, has a scolex with an unarmed rostellum and may grow up to 15 feet long, containing as many as 2,000 proglottids. It can live up to 25 years. Humans acquire infection by eating undercooked beef containing larvae. Diagnosis is made by finding eggs in the feces, which look like kiwi slices, or by staining proglottids and counting the uterine branches, 15 to 30 for Taenia saginata. Taenia solium, the pork tapeworm, differs in that its scolex has an armed rostellum. It grows 6 to 10 feet long with about 1,000 proglottids. Humans acquire infection by eating undercooked pork with larvae. More dangerously, humans may become intermediate hosts if eggs are ingested, leading to cysticercosis. The eggs hatch in the intestine. The embryos penetrate the mucosa, and cysticerci develop in tissues such as the subcutaneous tissue, eye, brain, muscles, heart, and lungs. Diagnosis is based on finding eggs in feces, which look identical to Taenia saginata. But proglottids have fewer uterine branches, only 7 to 13. Hymenolepis nana, or the dwarf tapeworm, is the most common tapeworm in the United States. It is very small, about 40 millimeters in length, with around 200 segments. It has an armed rostellum. Unlike other tapeworms, it does not require an intermediate host. Humans become infected directly by ingesting eggs. Diagnosis is made by identifying eggs with polar filaments in the feces. Because autoinfection is possible, heavy worm burdens can develop. Hymenolepis diminuta, the rat tapeworm, has an unarmed rostellum. Humans are accidental hosts, usually after ingesting an infected flea or grain beetle, such as in contaminated cereals. Rats are the definitive hosts. The eggs look similar to Hymenolepis nana, but they lack polar filaments. Diphyllobothrium latum, the broad fish tapeworm, is distinctive. Its scolex has 2 longitudinal suctorial grooves called bothria, giving it a spoon shape. The uterus of the gravid proglottid has a rosette appearance. It can have as many as 3,000 proglottids. Infection occurs by eating undercooked freshwater fish. Diagnosis is made by finding eggs or long chains of proglottids in stool. Its eggs are operculated, which is unique among Cestodes, and they may sink in flotation techniques. Clinically, this parasite can cause megaloblastic anemia due to vitamin B12 depletion. A related condition, sparganosis, occurs when humans drink water containing infected copepods. This parasite is especially common in Finland, Alaska, and Canada. Echinococcus granulosus, also known as the hydatid tapeworm, is very small, only 3 to 6 centimeters long, with just 3 proglottids, immature, mature, and gravid. Its scolex has an armed rostellum. Normally, sheep are intermediate hosts, and dogs are definitive hosts. Humans become accidental intermediate hosts by ingesting eggs, often through contact with dogs. Hydatid cysts form in organs such as the liver, lungs, brain, and heart, and can be detected on imaging or during surgery. Diagnosis is confirmed by serological tests such as ELISA or IHA. Dipylidium caninum, the dog tapeworm, has an armed rostellum. Its proglottids resemble cucumber or pumpkin seeds when moist and rice grains when dry. Dogs and cats acquire infection by ingesting fleas. Humans, especially children, can also be infected by accidentally swallowing fleas. Diagnosis is made by identifying egg packets in feces, each containing 5 to 30 eggs. To remember the key characteristics of cestodes, or tapeworms, we use the mnemonic TAPEWORM. T stands for Taenia species as an example. A reminds us that the adult worm resides in the small intestine. P emphasizes that proglottids contain both male and female reproductive parts, making them hermaphroditic. E stands for eggs that contain 6 hooked embryos, known as hexacanth embryos. W highlights their worldwide distribution. O means that these parasites have no respiratory, vascular, or digestive systems. R reminds us of their ribbon-like flat body. M indicates the requirement for a middle or intermediate host. This mnemonic makes it easier to recall the defining traits of tapeworms for exams or clinical review. When differentiating between the two major Taenia species, focus on their source, uterine branching, scolex, and clinical features. Taenia solium, the pork tapeworm, is associated with undercooked pork. Its proglottids contain 7 to 13 uterine branches. The scolex is armed, meaning it has hooks. Importantly, it can cause cysticercosis, where larvae encest in human tissues like the brain, eye, and muscle. Taenia saginata, the beef tapeworm, comes from undercooked beef. Its proglottids contain 15 to 30 uterine branches. The scolex is unarmed with no hooks. It rarely causes cysticercosis, making it clinically less dangerous compared to T. solium. So remember, pork tapeworm is armed and causes cysticercosis. Beef tapeworm is unarmed and cysticercosis is rare.